Alright, in this video we're talking about how to add and subtract integers. So we're going to start with -1 plus 2. So I'm going to do it two different ways. I'm going to do it using a number line, but then also using the positive and negative tiles. Okay, so if I'm using the number line, I put my dot at -1 first because that's our first number here. And then after that, I'm going to go 2 to the right because it's +2. So I move 2 places to the right and I end up at 1, and so that's how I know that my answer is going to be 1. The other way I can do this problem is I can get out the positive and negative tiles. So here is -1, so I get out 1 negative. And here's +2, so I get out 2 positives. And then after that, I'm going to circle my 0 pairs. So each time I have a positive and a negative, that equals 0, so it cancels out. And I'm just left with +1, which is the same thing I got when I did my number line. So you can use either method. Okay, so number 2 is 3 minus 7. So this one's a little bit different because it's subtracting, but still going to be pretty much the same idea. So I'm going to start with the positive and negative units first. So here I want to turn this into an addition problem because we know how to do addition problems. Remember, I'm going to use boom, boom for this. So that means that I go boom, boom. I change a subtraction sign to an addition sign, and I change the sign of the second number. So I'm doing two different marks. I'm going boom, boom. And you never change the first number, that just stays whatever it is. So this problem's going to turn into 3 plus -7, and that's going to be the same thing as 3 minus 7. So I could get out the 3 positives, and then the 7 negatives, circle my 0 pair, and I would be left with 4 negatives, or -4. Okay, I could also use the number line on this one. So I started at 3, like you can see up here, and then I went backwards 7. So I started here and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I got -4, which is the same thing. Or if I looked at 3 plus -7, like if I rewrote the equation like over here, -7, that's the same thing. I'd be starting at 3, and then I'm going backwards 7 because it's -7. So no matter how you write it, you're still going backwards 7. Okay, number 3, here I have -2 minus a -5. So I'm going to do boom, boom again to start. So if I look here, I did boom, boom. So I changed the subtraction symbol to an addition sign, and then I made the subtractions, I changed a -5 to a +5. So I do boom, boom, I'm changing the subtraction sign and then the sign of the second number. So if I use my number line, I start at -2 over here, and then you can see that I went +5 because it's positive, so I went to the right. So I start at -2, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got 3 as my answer. And then I could also use the positive and negatives if I want. So again, I did boom, boom, just like I did over here. So -2 minus -5 is going to turn into -2 plus 5, because I did boom, boom. So I get out 2 negatives, 5 positives, circle my 0 pairs, and you'll notice I got 3 here, and I also got 3 over here. So that'd be my answer.